Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to some Planescape Torment. I almost forgot what I was playing then. And last time we left off, we were going to go through here, but between then and now, I've decided that I should probably do finish off a bunch of little quests I've got hanging around here. Primarily, there's one in here, but I'm going to come back to that later.
Right.
So if we head over this way, we left a guy up here before, Mourns for Trees. Here he is. And I think we should get something off of him. Mourns for Trees smiles widely upon seeing you. Ah, my friend, you've returned. Something you wished of me? Yes, I had some questions. He nods, awaiting your question. Any change in the trees yet? Yes, friend, there has been. It's so slight you can barely see it, but look, fresh sap from the trunk, and a handful of new buds. It's only a matter of time now. Thank you again for giving me hope once more. You're welcome. That's netted me some XP. Now we head up this way. Because there's a person legging it around in here we need to find.
Alright.
Oh, actually I need to go into Dustman Bar first, don't I? Although I may hold off on that. I may hold off on that now for this guy. It's not much of a threat.
Done.
Did I... Yeah, I think I did speak to you, didn't I, Bane? Yeah, no, I've already spoken to you. That's fine.
Alright.
There's a Dabus. Ingress, that's what I'm after.
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
Yeah, well, thanks for a little chat from Mort there. You see a haggard woman wrapped in rags. Her hair is dishevelled and dirty, her complexion is extremely dark. Burns cover her arms, and her right hand is a fused lump of flesh. It looks melted, like wax exposed to great heat. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
What is it you want of me? The woman's accent is thick, and you are having difficulty making out what she's saying. You wanted me to leave? Not leaving this city, so I'm not. I can't. Tried. It's not a city. It's a prison everywhere. Everywhere? There's worlds. There's... her eyes gleam madly. Plains that be sinking sands. Fields thirsty nettles be. Sightless worlds where your limbs are given life and hate. Cities of dust whose people are dust and whisper ash. The house without doors. The toilet lands. The singing winds. The singing winds. She starts to sob quietly, but she seems all out of tears. And shadows, the terrible shadows there be. Where are these places? Where's them places? She flings the lump of her right hand in an arc, gesturing at the cityscape. There's all here be. Doors, here to everywhere. Doors? You're not knowing this? She squints at you and her teeth start chattering. Tell you I will. Beware every space you walk through or touch in this thrice-cursed city. Doors, gates, arches, windows, picture frames, the open mouth of a statue and the spaces between shelves. Beware any space bound on all sides. All these are doors to other places. And what do you mean? Every door has a key, it does, and with this key they show their true nature. An arch becomes a portal, a picture frame becomes a portal, a window becomes a portal, all eager to take you someplace else. They steal your way. She raises the lump of her right hand. And sometimes what's on the other side takes a part of you as a tithe. And what are these keys? The keys number as many as the doors of the city. Every door a key, every key a door. Her teeth start chattering again as if she's cold. And a key is anything. It may be an emotion, an iron nail held between your second and fifth fingers, a thought 3 times, then thought once in reverse, or it may be a glass rose. And all these keys open doors?
Updated my journal.
Yes. Her teeth start chattering and she clenches her mouth closed and she squints her eyes. Yes. Can't leave. Can't leave. How did you get here?
Updated my journal.
From... She seems to calm slightly in her eyes, taking a 1,000-league stare. Came from a place else from here, almost a life ago. Hummed a tune by a glade with 2 dead trees that have fallen together. A brilliant door opened in the space between the crossed trees, showed me this city on the other side. I stepped through, ended here. Why can't you go back? Tried! She tries to sob again, but no tears come. Tried! All doors here lead to other places. She shudders and grips her melted right hand. Went through thrice 10 portals, some on purpose, some on accident, none of them right. Can't find way back. And there must be a portal that can take you back. Can't even leave here. This square. And there, the place of death behind the gate waits for me. She points to the mortuary behind the gate, and turns back to you, her face desperate. Can't go anywhere in this city. Can't go anywhere? Why? Anything could be a door. Any arch there, any door here, could be a portal. Don't know the key. Could get us sent to another horrible place. Her teeth start chattering again. Got to stay away from the closed spaces. All could be doors. All could have a key on me and I'm not knowing it. You're afraid to go through any door or arch because it might be a portal? To be fair, that's a pretty reasonable fear to have. You know, you go through anything and it could transport you anywhere, whether you want it to or not. She nods, her teeth chattering. And how long have you been afraid of this? She squints. Since the last time I walked through the last portal, the place where my hand... She stops. Since my 10th turning. I mean my 4th 10th turning, that now. Her teeth began chittering again. 30 years. You haven't walked through any door for 30 years. Her vision seems to clear slightly. She looks up at you, her teeth still chattering. If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. It's only a matter of finding it. She smiles. Her teeth aren't chattering because she's cold. They're moving around inside her mouth, her gums twisting as the teeth shift about. They rise and recede as you watch, chattering as they rattle against each other. What? She hisses at you. Only takes one portal you steps through accident to drive the fear into you. I went through thrice 10, lost my hand, burned my flesh, lost my sense. She looks at her feet. No more, no more. I'm sorry. If I can find means to help you, I will.
Updated my journal.
And just like that, there's a portal opening up. That's to the place I went in like episode, what, 2 or 3 or something. So we just need to head all the way back down here to the bar. I think this is one of the ones you're supposed to do coming straight out, and it just takes you down to the bar itself. So run all the way back down to the smouldering corpse bar down here, and in. Oh, people decided to fight.
Die.
Fine, yeah, just you've killed him. Good. Right, okay, and over here and speak to Gandrian, because as we recall, he's a bit of a planeswalker. Once again, you're struck by the insubstantial nature of this man's existence, and once again you're riveted as he turns his pale blue eyes on you. Have your travels brought you what you need? Not yet, but I have some questions for you. Perhaps I have answers for you. Speak, and I shall tell you. I met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth. She said she'd come through a portal from some world that was opened by a tune hummed near 2 crossed trees. Can you get her home? He pauses briefly, thinking. I know the portal of which you speak, though I've not travelled to it in 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. I'll tell her to wait. Go tell her to wait my arrival, then meet me back here, and I'll tell you if I was successful or not.
Updated my journal.
Thank you. And now just head back out again. And these guys are probably still been waiting for me up here to continue their fight. Yes, they are. Let's just have a bit of a scrap with some thugs.
Did you see that?
Nicely done, Mort. Next target.
Did you see that?
Again, nicely done, Mort. He has some coppers on him. Let's go get them. Come on, yeah, just...
All right.
9 copper commons.
I'm
What's
gone.
this over here? Copper earring, not bad. And the other guy died somewhere around here. Ah, there we are. And bronze bracelet. Not bad at all. Right, off back up to see Ingress. And now she runs kind of haphazardly around the place. You just kind of have to wander around until you find her. But she's right here for me. Ingress, hello! You see Ingress, who's huddled inside her cloak of dirty rags, her teeth chattering. She's glancing furtively about her, as if expecting to be attacked any moment. Greetings, Ingress. Eh? You? She squints at you. What is it you want of me now? You want me to leave? Not leaving this city, so I'm not. I can't. Tried. It's not a city, it's a prison everywhere. Ingress, I found someone who can take you back to your home plane. Ingress falls silent. I want to go. I want to leave this place. His name is Kandrian. He should be along shortly to help you. Trust him, okay? Ingress says nothing, merely nods quietly, her teeth chattering inside her mouth. I'll go back and meet Kandrian at the Smoldering Corpse Bar and make sure everything turned out alright. Be strong.
Updated my journal.
Now, there is a place around here, I think. When I head back down there, I'll pop in and get the results of that. Ah, here it is. Now, in here, there's a portal you can take from the mortuary to get you into here. This is in fact just otherwise just a sealed up area. The sarcophagus appears to have been here for centuries. There is no lid, the exterior seems to be made of solid stone. And over here, we have a supply of copper commons and a note. This note has been written with remarkable penmanship upon the finest parchment. Vaxis. If you're reading this, you have undoubtedly failed in your task, and I've been forced to use the escape route I'm arranged. I told you all your little disguise idea was ridiculous. In any case, you'll need to lay low for a while. The dustmen won't be deluded, but they are not fools, and they will certainly seek retribution for our intrusion. I've left you some coins. Use them to secure a hiding place in the Hive, preferably in Ragpicker's Square. The dustmen will be unwilling to look for you there. Once you've secured a new hiding place, I have a new mission for you. Find out where Farad is getting those bodies he's delivering to the mortuary. It's apparently causing the dustmen a great deal of upset, and I wouldn't mind knowing myself. Reports are that stone-faced dustman at the Gathering Dust Bar, Initiate Emmerich, I think the fool's name is, has been sending out finders to try and mark Farad's movements. See if you can find out how far along he is, and hinder his efforts until we know more about Farad's activities. I don't want Emmerich finding out something before we do. Pen. Now that's a bit of interest. You can actually go and, well, in the next section along, you can actually go and find Pen and go, excuse me, is this your note? And he'll literally just take it, screw it up, burn it, and go, nope.
I'm gone.
And, you know, you'll find out later on
I'm gone.
what's actually going on with it. So, I think I need to go up this way because I want to try and find the Crier of Essamon. I can't quite remember what city square he is in, so I'm going to have a scout around for a bit. There's Porphyrion. If I want to do some stuff there, it's fine. Malt, I don't think Malt does anything for me, there's no quests. Fleece, he's a thief. He doesn't do anything. If you are a thief with high dexterity, then Fleece will do good things for you. You can speak to him, and you can get bonus to your lockpicking or pickpockets or something. There's a collector there. Oh. Hive thugs who want a piece of me. One dead. Another one dead. And another one dead.
I'm gone.
Alright, have anything good on them? Daily rat charm as well, can probably sell it. Bronze bracelet, yes. And a daily rat charm, okay. That's fine. Looks like the crier is not here. Ma. Now there is a guy who wants something that I think you can only get from Ma. But I'm not willing to do that quest yet, because it's just a lot of running around. You know, not that I'm doing a lot of running around as it is anyway, but, you know. Right, now. Is a crier around here anywhere? So, no, that's a Davis. There's a harlot. That's the merchant's area we have already been to.
I'm gone.
That's a bloke's house. That's just a collector down there. There we go. The Crier of Essamon. Streams of tears have carved channels down this man's dust-covered face. He looks to be a monk or a holy man of some sort. The dirt covering his body makes it nearly impossible to see the man beneath. He is chanting and rolling his head back and forth. It looks like some sort of ritual. Hello! The man stops his frenzied chanting and glares at you with tear-rimmed eyes. He opens his parched mouth to speak, but all he can manage is a withered croak. What's wrong? Why are you crying? I... His voice is so hoarse that it sounds like he has been without water for days. As you watch, a tear trickles down his face. I am a crier of Essamon. Essamon? Who's that?
Updated my journal.
Who is Essamon? The man throws back his head and gives a rasping laugh. He sounds brutal and defeated. Essamon, it is not a man, but a city. And why do you cry for a city? We cry its name because Essamon must not be forgotten. All the criers of Essamon carry this burden. You mourn a city. Why do you mourn a city? Because its name is all that remains. Its avenues of light, its great spiraling parks. When it was laid waste and reduced to memory, only 70 of its people survived. It was our duty to see that its name was remembered across the plains. Many criers of Essamon have died for the sake of remembering. Many. If it places you and the others at risk, then why don't you stop? The tears I shed, the dust that cloaks me, these things are as nothing compared to what awaits should I give up my sacred burden. We must see to it that its name is remembered. We are living memorials to its passage. If that's so, then what happens if you all die? Fresh tears springs to the crier's eye. Even his dust-caked face cannot disguise the look of despair. I do not know. We criers of Essamon cannot mourn it forever. Even now the dust clings to our robes, the spit dries in our mouths, our bodies wither and die. Anything I can do to help? You are kind to ask. The crier shakes his head. Unless you can immortalize Essamon, there is no help to be had. Let's see. I think that one, there's two options. I think that one basically means that he can stop crying if you take over, because you're immortal. You say you can cry for it forever, basically. But I prefer this option. Must it be immortalized by a man? Would a tombstone serve? The crier blinks. Tombstone? It's a stone that records a man's name, his life, and eulogy. If it serves a man, could it not also serve a city that has died? Stones may do such things? Yes, and their lifetime is much longer than a man's. His name was carved on stone. Would Essenon's memory be served? The man pauses. Would others see this name? Yes, it would be there for all to see long after you've died. The man nods. If such a thing were possible, he turns to you. Where would one find such a stone? I don't want to fleece this guy. He's probably got nothing on him. He's just a beggar man. He's got no money. I could go look for one. If I find one, I could see to it that Essenon's name is carved upon it. You would do this? The man's eyes water up again. You'd be setting all cries of Essenon free. But a score of us remain. The burden of remembering would be over after so many years. I would do so. I return when the name is carved.
My journal.
And I think down here... Is it down here? Center of Disease Control? Oh yeah, you can buy rats off this guy and eat them. Apparently there's a... in this game... you know the thing with Steam achievements. Everyone's all like, "Oh, get those Steam achievements! Oh yes, gotta get those good old Steam achievements!" Or you know, PS4 trophies or Xbox badges or whatever. This game came out with them years before everything else, in the form of tattoos. If you do something memorable in this game, instead of getting a little pop-up going, "Here's 10 gamer score," you can actually instead get a tattoo of that event for your character, which buffs him. So, take that, achievements. This game came out in the 90s, like 10 years before anything else had achievements on it, and they actually affected the game. We need that more often. Phineas T. Phineas T. Law, the 39th, I believe that is. You see a squat man with rash-covered skin and several pustules covering his face. His clothes seem to mark him as some sort of official, but they're dirty, wrinkled, and covered with rat hair. As you watch, he idly scratches himself with his stubby fingers. "Hello!" "Ah!" The little man shrieks and jumps, startled. Clutching his heart, he takes a deep breath and pushes his spectacles up his rash-ridden nose. Yes. And what is it that I can do for you?" He scratches his nose and looks you up and down, studying your scars. I have little to nothing in the till, so if you've come to plunder the premises, this locale is ill chosen. I'm not here to plunder the premises. Who are you? I am the respected Phineas T. Lort, the 39th, in charge of this Hive branch of the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. It's my distinguished privilege, scratches his chest and puffs up, to inform you that we, in the bureaucratic sense of the word we, meaning to encompass the Sigil bureaucracy as a whole, are accepting bounties on all manner of vermin and strays that infest the fair streets of Sigil, hub of the multiverse, and the city which sits at the centre of all things, the city by which all other cities are measured. What kind of bounties?
Updated my journal.
Yes. We, in the bureaucratic sense of the word, we, meaning to encompass the Sigil bureaucracy as a whole, are accepting a tangible proof of the eradication of brain vermin, aka cranium rats, from the Hive area where we've clustered quite thickly for the past many years, as a recent census of the vermin population has shown. I am empowered by the Sigilian bureaucracy to pay a bounty of, he puffs up dramatically, 1 copper common per cranium rat delivered to my branch office. I don't have rats, but I've got some tails. Excellent, most excellent. He claps his hands excitedly. Let's see. Turn in a rat tail and collect the bounty. Phineas hums merrily as you complete the transaction. Thank you, good sir. The city is Sigil and I appreciate your efforts on our behalf. Thanks. If I get any more rat tails, I'll be back. I'm going to do anything with him.
I'm gone.
It's just an angry fella. Ashmantle again, he's a thief. I need to go to the bar again, don't I? First of all though, I'm going to do something which is going to boost Mort. You see a tired looking woman dressed in tight leather bodice and leggings. The odour of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud, and her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. She smiles as she sees you. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? Greetings. The woman looks coyly over at you. Now you look to be a blood who's lost something. Maybe I can help you find it, Cutter. Oh? What good fortune! We probably lost what we're looking for back at your kip, miss. Actually, I'm missing a journal. I'm not missing anything, but I did have some questions. The woman frowns. I'm not a tout. She frowns and rubs 2 fingers here. Unless you got some jink to pay for my time. I can pay you. How much? For a handsome bastard like yourself, she gives a wide smile, revealing a row of dirty teeth. 3 coppers will be enough to loosen my tongue. She licks her lips and frowns. Other questions of a deeper chat will cost you more though. Sounds fair. There were some things I wanted to know. I'm looking for a journal. No idea if you find such a thing, love? You might look elsewhere. What's the interest? This is a bit back. Exactly, okay. What's the interest around here? Depends on your interest. I'm looking for a good time. Already made you an offer of love and it's not an unfair price. Don't you know and nowhere else might be enjoying the delights you had with me? What else is around here of interest? Looking for work. You're asking me? What, you're thinking of becoming one of the sisters, are you? She nearly buckles over in laughter, screeching is similar to drunken harpies. But she says girls' laughter subsides as she takes a deep breath. You're a rich man, you are. Alright, well, I'll wait then. Chief, can you spawn me some jink? It's been a long time, it has. I'm not even going to ask how you intend to accomplish this. The woman breaks in. It's twice the cost for the Mimir, or any other degenerate. Mimir? Mimir's a talking encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. I see. Well, don't sweat it more. From the looks of her, I'm probably saving you from dying twice. May a pox shrivel your innards. You have the stinking fashion sense of a goat herd and you're twice as ugly.
Taunts, alright.
Mort stares, hypnotised, as the harlot lets loose a stream of obscenities. At the end of the verbal avalanche, Mort is silent for a moment. Then he turns to you. Wow, Chief. Got a few more taunts for the old arsenal. He turns back to the harlot who's catching her breath. I'm also in love. Oh, Mort. Get on, Mort. Loves anything with a foul mouth. Right, back into Smouldering Corpse Bar. And back over to Cambrian over here. Yeah, also Cambrian Candrian. Candrian stands to approach him. The Tooth Woman wanted you to have these, he says, holding out his hand. She wanted to express her thanks, even out the balance of the books, as it were, and be done with the damn things. In the palm of his hand are Ingris's dancing teeth, and he smoothly deposits them in your hand. Enjoy them, Seeker. Thank you.
Updated my journal.
Got some XP out of that. And I have Ingris's teeth. This is a handful of Ingris's living teeth. Apparently they didn't want to go back through the portal to home plane. They rattle amongst themselves whenever you're held close together. They remind you of a bunch of creepy ivory hopping bugs. You examine Ingris's teeth. You can't shake the resemblance to ivory bugs. You get the feeling they're looking at you expectantly, awaiting some command. I would like you to do piercing damage, please. The teeth elongate into sharp fangs. And I'd like you to become a magical weapon. The teeth rattle about wildly and suddenly settle down. After a brief moment, they begin to emit a soft magical glow. They're now enchanted +1. Apparently, I told them to do piercing damage, but apparently they've got +1 crushing damage. Fair enough.
Hey.
There we are. Mort has some more teeth.
I'm gone.
So he now has a magic weapon, which is very useful. Unfortunately, the weapon I was keeping for Anna, the gauntlets, aren't actually any use. She can't actually equip them, she can only equip punch daggers, which is a little bit of a shame really. It's usable by fighters and thieves, and she's a fighter thief. But apparently she's not allowed to use them. Harlots everywhere. Right, let's head into here.
Are you daft? We'll draw the lady's gaze if we stay here, we will.
Yeah, Anna doesn't like Fel. You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin is greenish cast and a pair of goat horns protrude from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes. Greetings. A series of symbols materializes above the creature's head. The symbols have a slight glow about them, and they just hover there. Hush! Anna gives a warning hiss, and as you turn to face her, you notice she's staring wide-eyed at the creature. She makes a semicircle over her heart. What's wrong, Anna? Are you daft? Anna turns to you and suddenly realises she's frightened. Are you so pig-eager to dance in the lady's shadow you'll bandy words with this one? Let's give this place a laugh before we get penned in a dead book. What's the problem? It's Phil! Anna throws a fearful glance at the creature. Presumably Phil. Let's be away, eh? No good will come of being here, so it won't. Who's Fel? In response, Fel bows. A lone symbol appears above his head. It's blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with black lightning bolt through it. For some reason you have a feeling you know this creature. He's a Daebus who's not a Daebus, eh? He works on the ground. Anna's voice drops to a whisper and she starts trembling. No more questions. Let's give this place a laugh, eh? Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here. What's a Daebus? Daebus a hurricane. They'll take care of the city, fixing it and tearing it down and building it back up and all. They'll talk in symbol puzzles in the air. You gotta piece them together to figure out the chant. Okay, but Fel's a Daebus too, so what's wrong? Anna throws a frightened glance at Fel. Fel's a Daebus who angered her. It said he's a Daebus who isn't a Daebus. And the time's close and the lady's gaze will fall on it, so it will. Her? The Lady of Pain! Anna makes another semicircle over near in front of her. The Daebus work for her and she protects them, except Fel. Let's be away, eh? I'd like to speak to him first, though. Anna grabs your arm. Please, nay, no good will come of it. Anyone speaking to Fel could draw the lady's gaze. I don't know when to die, I don't. To your surprise, Anna looks close to tears. Lie to silence her crying. Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here, I promise. I just want to speak to him for a moment. For a minute, Anna just looks at you. Then something in her gaze seems to calm her, for she steels herself. I dunno why She shakes her head. Go on then, talk to him. I dunno care. There's an undercurrent of fear in her voice. Very well. The Daebus waits patiently, his hands tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialise above its head, then dissipate and a question mark appears. Try to strike a conversation, see if you can translate what he's saying. You ask the Daebus several questions, trying to get a feel for the rebuses that appear above its head. It's extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes you start to get the hang of it. It feels like you've done this before. Maybe you can help me. Daebus waits. What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialise around Fel's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colours. You're guessing that some of the symbols, but you think he's an artist, and this is a tattoo parlour. Can I see what tattoo... Oh no, let's go. I had another question for you if you don't mind. Can you tell me about these tattoos on my body? Fel studies your body for a moment, walking around you. He mirrors each symbol as he examines it, then returns to face you. From what you can make of his floating symbols, he's saying the tattoos are not his. I'll keep that in mind, but I had some other questions if it's okay. Can you tell me anything about the tattoos on this arm I found? Fell examines it for a moment, tracing the patterns with his finger. He then looks up and a series of rebuses form, hazy at first, and then come sharp into focus. You think he said the arm is yours, and that the tattoos speak of you and 4 others. Which 4 others? 4 strings of symbols swirl from Fell's head, matching the pattern upon the dismembered arm. The symbols are hard to translate, and in the end you're not certain if you translate them correctly. You think he said, an unloved one that loves, a one that sees, someone familiar, and the last, a chained one. As you finish translating, the 4 strings seem to form themselves into links and then merge into a chain. Now this is interesting. This is, I believe, this is basically saying that that arm used to belong to the previous incarnation you had. Because the unloved one that loves, is the ghost we met. Diana, or whatever her name was. She is the unloved one that loves. She loves you unconditionally. But the previous you didn't love her at all, but pretended to. One that sees, I think you get, there's a blind archer who travelled with you at some point. I think he was on the same journey, so that's probably the one that sees. Someone familiar I don't know, and a chained one, someone who was a slave of mine. Okay, well, that's about the questions. Can I see what tattoos you have? And here we are, is where we can buy and sell tattoos. Various ones here. As I said before, what you do in the game dictates what tattoos you get. You always get the standard stat ones, so you get +1 and +2 to statistics. Various stats. That you always get them. But got a tattoo of the Bone Singer. You have learned to speak with the dead and hear their stories, even from beyond the eternal boundary. This tattoo draws upon your powers over undeath and heightens them, allowing you to chain undead within range with a single command. You get that after learning stories Bones tell. Tattoo of the Restless Dead. This tattoo recognises your efforts to calm the restless dead of the mausoleum. Invokes bliss. It's not really that useful for me. Tattoo of Anna. I got Anna in the party. I can have a tattoo to say I've got Anna in the party. Same with tattoo of the Skull for Mort. Revelation, Soul, Action, Greater Action, Health, Greater Presence, Enduring, Greater Enduring, Warding, Accuracy. I think Bloodletting is a standard one you can get as well, which is +1 damage. It just does extra damage. Whenever you hit someone, it does damage as well. Might, Insight, Presence. So all the rest of these are all stat-based ones. I could probably do with the not the Tattoo of Presence, Tattoo of Greater Presence. I could probably do with that to boost my character's charisma, because charisma can be useful later on. It's +2 to charisma. And when you actually have a tattoo, you don't have to keep it on. I shall buy that tattoo. And you're not the only one who haven't, because I go in these slots here, tattoo slots. So you see I've got 3 tattoo slots here. Mort has none because he's just a floating skull. dak'kon has 3 that he can have. Anna has 3. So I mean, these things you can put them on there for him. Anna could probably do with bonus to strength or potentially bonus to constitution. dak'kon potentially a bonus to dexterity, so he gets even better armor class. That's my stats there, so let's just pop back to the inventory screen. Greater Presence on my arm. There we go. I now have Charisma 15. And also, the art on the walls here, I think these are actually about you. You can talk to him, you can say, oh, what's behind the curtain there? And you'll say, it's a gallery of you. Over here, an unusual work of art. You know, don't know quite what it is. Pattern of barbed black branches have been inscribed on the wall. Barbed black branches are a hallmark of Ravel Puzzlewell, who we'll find out about later. This burning skull has been inscribed on this wall with two symbols of duality flanking it. That is you. Are you good? Are you evil? Changing from time to time depending upon, you know, what's going on, how you're feeling. You are the skull, and good and evil circulating around you. The design seems to be a shadow casting a shadow. The silhouette of the shadow makes it unclear whether it is a man or a woman. That is because you are constantly hunted by shadows.
If you need me, I'll be over here. Bored?
Shut up. Talking to the audience. Get out. Right, anyway, back up we go. I don't think I had anything else I really needed to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop and have a rest back over this way. Hopefully by that time the birds will shut up outside my window. I have no idea if this is coming on the recording or not. If it is, I apologise. There is a bird just sitting in a tree outside my window chirping. Crows has joined as well. Right, okay, so we're here, going to rest up. Then I'm going to go through the doorway. Just got me a few extra XP. And, you know, there are a couple of other things I could do in here, but, you know, I'm not going to bother. I could pop into the mortuary, have a wander around, and use Stories, Bones, Tell and a couple of guys in there. That doesn't really get me much, but it does point out an anarchist inside there, but, you know, that's about all. If I've not been recording for too long when it turns out, I'll probably tack on to the end of this, actually going through the alleyway. But if not, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. So yeah, sit tight and have a good night.